2026, and we are still discussing Nigerian politics. Now, in the north today, the Hausas have started rejecting Fulani politicians. I repeat, in the north today, the Hausas have started rejecting Fulani politicians. Any politician that does not represent Hausa interest will be rejected by the Hausa political community. The Hausa is
ọmọ Yorùbá ó tún ti ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Haúsá lọ́hùn. Ọmọ Yorùbá ó tún ti ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Haúsá lọ́hùn. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ súnmọ́ bí ká jọ fi tá a wà gbọ́ ohun tó ń lọ nílẹ̀ Haúsá. Àwọn Haúsá ìwọ́n tún ti yarí o wípé àwọn ò fẹ́ sọ́pọ̀tì òṣèlú Fúlàní kankan. Fúlàní tí ò bá ti ní èròǹgbà dáadáa sí àwọn táwọn jẹ́ Haúsá, àwọn ò ní sọ́pọ̀tì ẹ̀. Ọmọ Yorùbá ó lágbára o. Àná Haúsá ti yarí sẹ́, wọ́n yarí pátápátá pé àwọn bẹ̀bá Fúlàní ṣe mọ́, wípé àwọn bọ́lọ̀ gba agbára kúrò lọ́wọ́ wọn, wípé dídarí tí wọ́n darí àwọn ó tó gẹ́. Wọ́n fẹ́ ká fara balẹ̀ ká jọ gbọ́ ohun tó ń lọ. Mo bẹ̀ yín ni mo rọ̀ yín ni ẹ bá ń pé ètò yìí kó lọ dáadáa. Ṣẹ́ni gbọ́, ẹ bá mi pín kó lọ dáadáa. Ẹ ti gan ni. Ẹ sì mọ́ gbàgbé láti bá mi subscribe Tori channel mi. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò mí, tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi níbi ibi tá a bá wà. Ṣẹ́ni gbọ́, ẹ ṣé.
Formed a political movement, and this political movement would be supporting politicians that represent the Hausa interest. Now, Yusuf Buhari, the son of former President Muhammad Buhari, is running for House of Rep in Katsina State. The Hausas are saying that we are not supporting any Fulani, even the son of President Muhammad Buhari, for anything, because the Fulani does not represent our interest. Yusuf Buhari is under fire and attack. Number one, they said when Buhari was president, Yusuf Buhari did not do anything. All he did was just enjoy his Nigeria's money. You buy bike, you marry from your royal family. Compare Yusuf Buhari and son of President Tinubu. So Tinubu is going from state to empowering youths. But Yusuf Buhari, when his father was president, what did he do? He was just there enjoying the money. Now, the same Fulani political class want to repackage Yusuf Buhari to now represent Katsina. Now let's look at Katsina State. Katsina is an Hausa state. How come in Hausa state you are having Fulani governors and even the president of Nigeria is coming from an Hausa state, and that president is not even Hausa, that president is Fulani? It tells you how these people have been conquered by the Fulani political class. Buhari tells you that he's from Daura. The other time, Buhari told us that his cousins and nephews, they are from the J Republic. Then he tells you he's from Daura. Let's look at Katsina State. Katsina State was officially created on September 23rd, 1987 by the military government of General Ibrahim Babangida. It was carved out of former Kaduna State. It comprises of historical Hausa kingdoms. It comprises of historical Hausa kingdoms of Katsina and Daura. Hausa kingdom. And they tell you that Muhammad Buhari is from Daura, in the Hausa kingdom. Now Fulani, they control those kingdoms now. To tell you how the Fulani has been able to decimate the Hausas politically and turn them to slaves. That is why we have said consistently that as Southerners in Southern Nigeria, we should make sure that the Fulani does not repeat what it did to the Hausa people to us in Nigeria. Now, they have conquered Northern Nigeria. Their focus is on the South, how to infiltrate the South and put us in that their domination. That's why I said in the next 15 to 20 years, we should make sure that the Fulani does not get close to political power, because it is only political power that they can use to change anything into their favor. It is only political power they can use to achieve their agenda of Islamizing the country and also subjugating everybody. So the Hausa community are saying that we are not supporting Buhari's son. We have the numbers. Usually the Muslim North, both Fulani and Hausa, they will come together. They will say we have the numbers. But now the Hausa people are coming, they are differentiating themselves from the Fulani. They are saying that we have the numbers in the North. We know that, we have political power to choose Hausa leaders, that we are going to start a movement, and that movement, any Fulani person that would not negotiate with the Hausa community will not vote for that person. Instead, we will vote for a Hausa person. There are organizations that are being formed in the North today. The Hausa Christians and Muslims, they are coming together. They are forming political organizations, and the Fulani, they are angry with it. The Fulani political class, they have organizations that they are formed, Fulani, but they don't want the Hausas to form their own. If the Hausas form their own, we'll be calling them all sort of names. We'll be calling them, say they want to divide Islam. But the likes of the emirs of Kano, the political think tanks in northern Nigeria, they have designated political organizations that are mainly Fulani, and these organizations comprises of those that have ruled the North and are influential politically. The Hausas are not part of these organizations. Now the Hausas, their eyes don't open. You will see that in next election, you see, let's look at what somebody said about Yusuf Buhari. Because I don't see any reason why, because is it a father-son thing? Your father failed no free. If it comes to leading Nigeria, your father is not even supposed, when it comes to competent people, you're not supposed to mention their name. Even Tinubu went about Buhari, Tinubu knows say Buhari no fit. Now entitlement, now the sentiment we had from these Northerners. That's why you have to form an alliance with Buhari. I'm telling you, Tinubu knows that Buhari is not even fit to rule this country. This is what somebody said. Let's see what somebody said. Said, the biggest achievement of Yusuf Buhari for 8 years was marrying from a royal family. 8 years. Nothing, no added value. The position you are occupying, according to the Nigerian political system, the corrupt system, you did not even use it to even impact the lives of people. All you did was you married from a royal family. He has been babysitting in the comfort of Aso Rock, enjoying all the privileges of Nigeria's first love for 8 years. He never thought of life after power, never seized the opportunity to help, not even the Nigerian youth, but his immediate constituents when he had the opportunity. Nothing. The only time Yusuf Buhari made headlines throughout his father's tenure was in December 2017 when he had a bike accident in Abuja. And secondly was on May 2019 when Forbes newspaper ranked him world's fourth richest president's son. And the last time he trended was during his affluent wedding in August 2021. He never made headlines for helping anybody, for getting involved in governance. Now the Fulani, how the usual way they are packaging him so that the Fulani will be the ones that will dominate political positions in Nigeria, in the North, not in Nigeria, because Tinubu's regime is going to see an end. You don't know what is going on. Notice and research. We cannot come out here to say it. I'm telling you, we cannot come out here to say it. You may not understand, but can't you see that we have the resources in Nigeria? We have everything, but we don't get light. We don't get infrastructure. We don't have refineries. Is that not mysterious? So there are some things I will tell you now. You will not believe it. That you have everything in Nigeria, but we are still in abject poverty. That means there's something going on that we don't understand. So let's move on. Katsina State is part of the Hausa state that was eventually incorporated into the Sokoto Caliphate in the 19th century. The Sokoto Caliphate is controlled by the Fulani. So Katsina was part of the state that they conquered and they incorporated it in Sokoto Caliphate. Now, what are the points? Okay. Emirates of Katsina and Daura. Katsina State, two emirates. Emirate belongs to the Fulani. Emirate of Katsina, I'm trying to prove to you that the place that Buhari comes from belongs to the Hausa. Just take a look at Kano State, historically Hausa. But the top 5 persons in Kano, they are Fulanis. At the governor, at the deputy, at the secretary, chief of staff, at the secretary to the state government, the first top 5 persons are all Fulanis. No Hausa. Does it mean that Hausas are not good enough to govern themselves? Hausa that is being spoken, one of the most spoken languages in the world. Hausa. They have the highest population. Even in Nigeria, they have the highest population. Are you telling me that they don't have people? It is because of the deliberate effort of the Fulani to put them, subjugate them, and destroy them politically, religious-wise, traditionally, and in every segment. If you talk about schools, the Fulani go to school, pass school. I'm not saying literate. Fulani are more educated than the Hausas. Well positioned, the rich, about being rich. Forget Dangote. Dangote is a conglomerate of your politicians. We don't steal their money. Dangote is just like a company where your politicians. In fact, I don't think there's any. It is hard for you not to see any Nigerian politician that did not invest in Dangote. Your generals, your head of state, all of them. Go to Lagos Island. You go see where your governors, deputy governors, past governors, when they build, they take over Lagos Island. So if you become a governor now for you to just take over land. So your elite, we'll come to that conversation in a later time. Here that we are in Ogba, a particular politician is taking over almost all the buildings. He go here. I don't know whether they use juju for mouth. They go buy this building, they go build. They go buy that building, they go build. They don't care about you. If for them to, in capitalism now, they have the money, they will displace you when you can become their servant. You become their servant, like what they are doing now. They serve Buhari. They serve Udman Danfodio. After Udman Danfodio defeated their kings, incorporate them into the Sokoto Caliphate. They serve Sultan of Sokoto. They serve Buhari. They won't come put a picking and serve them. I hope the Hausas can be able to pull that political weight. What they are saying they will do, I hope they can be able to do it. Because you see how the Fulani politicians are desperate under Tinubu. Desperate. And Tinubu is playing a kind of politics that is dangerous. Let me just say little of it. I stand to be corrected, chap. Little of it. Now, do you know that the US does not want Nigeria to divide? For those that are saying Biafra, you are just deceiving yourself. Very soon, your eye will open. Just look at what happened in Mali. Just take a look at the position of France, of the Western states, Western Nigeria, the Western world. You look at the position. Look at where they were reporting. They were reporting that the terrorists are taking over. You know, the Sahel states, they sent France packing. They never wanted France to still colonize them indirectly. So that means the Western world were supporting the terrorists that wanted to take over or destabilize the military junta in the Sahel. The position of US, I told you that one of the main reasons why US is in Nigeria is because they are not comfortable with any African country that is running a military system of government. And if you are running a military system of government, it is very hard for the US to control you. If you are running a democracy, that's when they can control you. They know born Tinubu well. May it go against US, their demands. They know born aware. So this is June. See June. They are going to reveal his records, drug-related records, whatever, expose whatever is, I don't know. All those are politics. If they wanted to reveal or expose those his drug deals, they have done it a very long time. They are using that to play politics. They call it diplomacy. For US, UK, France, and all these European countries, Belgium, diplomacy na lie. Big lie. I like Fela. Fela will say, na thief you thief. What is misappropriation? What is embezzlement? You are making it look so sexy, so sophisticated. You are a thief. You are an armed robber. What is misappropriation, embezzlement? There are so many words. So their diplomacy is lie and deceit. They are deceiving you and they are lying to you. Now, there's nothing that the the World Bank has told Tinubu to do that he has not done. Go and check it. There's nothing. Tinubu follow them. I told you that the APC is a creation of the West. I said it. It will be clear. You know when Jonathan said that it is Obama that made me lose this election. Some people, their brain, their frontal lobe, they were not able to grasp understand. They saw Jonathan as a madman. They're not able to understand what Jonathan and some people understood the message. We are now, then I did not understand it. I said, why would you say such? It is until I started seeing some trends, so I listened to some people, I did some research, and I saw that it was actually the US that ran the election ground against Jonathan in collaboration with some interested parties in Nigeria. Today, if Tinubu say no to US, then go raise somebody. We go destabilize Tinubu's government. Hello? I started by saying US is happy that terrorists is attacking the military junta in Mali. France is happy. They are reporting in support of the military junta. So if the military junta overrun the government of Mali, it is going to be to the benefit of France. So can I say that France is supporting terrorist activities in Mali? Can I say that France may be sponsoring terrorists? Can I say that the US may be sponsoring terrorists? Because I said it first when I told my people, my brothers, my Biafran brothers, I said, don't think US is going to give you Biafra. It can never give Biafra. In fact, the Western world, they wish that all of us in Africa will just disappear, will just cease to exist. They will now come to our land and take our resources. I'm telling you. When the West come into Africa, what they see is your resources. They don't see you. They don't see you. I'm going somewhere, trying to prove what sacrifices Tinubu is making to make sure he deals with the Fulani. US, a document submitted by Riley Moore to the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, one of the recommendations was rehabilitation of terrorists. One of the recommendations was to reintegrate terrorists into society. And that is for them to have access to a mining. People will want come do Christian genocide. They talk about mining. What are they coming to do? Come and do your Christian, help the Christians and go. Why are you interested in China is collaborating with Fulani militia, terrorists, to steal this thing? Who tell you made they do Amiibo? We already know that even politicians in Nigeria are collaborating with these Western countries. Even China, you think all of them, none of them is saints. I told my brothers, if you don't organize yourself in the Southeast, build a formidable Igbo nation or Southeast. Build it. Show the world that you have something to offer. Then, with that thing you have to offer, you now negotiate. The US is the person that can negotiate with them. That's what the highest bidder. They don't care about where you come from. Look at Syria today. The president of Syria was once declared wanted $10 million by the government of the United States. The same terrorist, Al-Qaeda terrorist, has become president of Syria, and the same president is visiting Trump in the White House. They are having relations. America is having relations with a former terrorist who became president, but I don't know. He needs to open your eyes and tell you a lot of things about what is going on. So Tinubu would rather do the bidding of US than to allow Fulani to take over power. the Fulani also is presenting themselves that we can also align with, we have been aligning with the West, we can still do the same. You know what I said? If you take away the Fulani from our politics, Nigeria would have been better. Because now then they collaborate with the colonialists. When Britain came into northern Nigeria, we had Hausa kingdoms, 45 cities, Hausa leadership for centuries. But the Fulani had to do something that I told my Igbo brothers to do. Fulani now created a system that was attractive to the British. Yes, they were able to convince the British that you can trust us to do your bidding. They defeated the Hausa kings, colonized them, sold slaves, and also we are willing to cooperate with the Britain to come into Nigeria, give them a leverage, and use them as proxy to control Nigeria. That was the impression the Fulani, the Sokoto Caliphate gave to British. They were willing to sacrifice whatever to make sure that they have control. Sacrifice the sovereignty of northern Nigeria to Britain to make sure that they have control. The same thing Tinubu is willing to do. I told you that this is second term, 8 years. If you have to carry northern Nigeria, use collateral, all the mineral resources for northern Nigeria, use them as collateral, give to US, he go do to make sure that he diminish the Fulani, destroy the Fulani politically, and elevate the Hausa people to take their rightful position. So this is a bold move by the Hausa communities. It's a bold move, very bold one. It comes with consequences, because the Fulani would never want to. You cannot easily push the Fulani out from the position they occupy. Buhari no one come out there. He won't put Lawan, his fellow Fulani man. He was so indifferent. The way Tinubu carried Buhari for head, Buhari is supposed to carry Tinubu like that. Yes. But Buhari was just there looking. He was there, anything will happen may happen. But Tinubu went from state to state campaigning, selling Buhari with propaganda and lies. He himself knew that Buhari is a colossal failure.
It was a failure. Yes.
Like, they just use him. He just used Buhari to achieve his own agenda. That's why till today, whatever terrorism is happening in Nigeria today, Tinubu has a hand in it. He cooperated with these Fulani jihadists. Before they now had to want to destabilize Jonathan's government. They are inviting people to destabilize Jonathan's government. Little did you know that the people you are inviting will become a problem.
Man.
That you are even facing.
Yes.
Now, so that's realistic. If Tinubu spends 8 years, see, next year is going to be very, very. If Tinubu win the election, you will see a lot of revolt from the Hausa community. A lot of revolt. We may even have an Hausa governor after Tinubu. Hausa political class, the Fulani mentored a lot of people. The Fulani seized the political landscape of northern Nigeria. They mentored even your Igbo politicians. Your Igbo politicians work for them. They mentor them. It's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. May God help them.
Ohun tá a tún wá fún ilé báyìí ẹ bá wa pín ṣe ti gbọ́ pọ́lọ́ dáadáa àrà táwọn Haúsá fẹ́ fi àwọn Fúlàní dá òun náà láti mú wá etí ìgbọ̀nyìn ṣe ti gbọ́ ẹ ṣé gan ni ó kọ́ tèmi padà BMI Láìtàn ló kọ́ mi tó kọ́ yín mọ̀ sí BMI TV show àníjù báyìí lọ ó ti gbọ́.